I am Terra Rodgers of Chestnut and Hemlock. I make hand-cut wooden puzzles. I have been making puzzles for maybe 6 or 7 years. I started with puzzles that were more wood grain and have switched to puzzles that have images. I've been doing woodwork for longer than that and doing art since I was tiny.
Awesome. That answers our question about how did you get started.
Well, what inspired you to move from woodworking to jigsaw puzzles?
So I was doing woodworking and selling at local markets, and I wanted a new scroll saw. I was using a horrible little cheap scroll saw, and I wanted to upgrade to a DeWalt. But to do that, I wanted to justify, would I earn enough money from what I could sell using that piece of equipment. So I was looking and trying to see how many different things I can make with the scroll saw that I couldn't make with my other saws and equipment. And I realized, oh, I can make puzzles. My family's done puzzles forever, but always cardboard puzzles. Okay. So,
But you knew wood puzzles existed, or did you?
Yeah, I had found a vintage Victory map puzzle at a thrift store.
Oh, wow.
So I knew they existed. It's a horrible puzzle in terms of puzzle ability. The curve, the gap between the pieces is huge.
Oh.
It's a map and you're missing letters, like whole letters.
That gap's pretty big.
Yeah. But that was a good introduction to what it could be.
Mm-hmm. So what is your favorite part of making puzzles? And then what is your least favorite part?
So I'm going to start with my least favorite part. Okay. My least favorite part is sanding, boxing, and counting the pieces. But fortunately, I have an 18-year-old who needs to earn money for a computer part. So I pay him to do all of that work.
That's brilliant. You're trying to do the family business.
Yes, absolutely. So he does that. So I'm like, okay, hon, I've got another tray for you. There's another one.
That's definitely a part of the work that can be delegated.
Yes, that part I can. So the painted puzzles, I don't delegate that to him because they're a little bit more fragile with taking apart.
Mm-hmm. Like something like this?
Right. So the pieces are a little tighter. And there's a little bit more risk of it breaking, and I just don't want him to have to deal with that responsibility. Mm-hmm. So I do those. But the favorite part is designing new ideas. So my favorite puzzle is the one that's in my head that I haven't cut yet.
Oh. Does it change, or is this one that has been in your head for a long time?
No, it's
the next project.
Right.
It's the one that you're thinking of to do next.
Right. So recently it's been this one because this puzzle has been in my head to work on since you cut the red envelope puzzle for Yvonne like 2 years ago.
It was like the puzzle ever.
Yeah.
But it was in my head to make a red envelope puzzle that could open and that would have a gap, So that's
beautiful execution of it.
This is gorgeous.
That's been one of my favorite, puzzles, just because I'm trying to work it out. So I like working out the puzzles. So trying to figure out the hinges, magnets, other things in puzzles.
I hadn't seen any of your previous puzzles quite like this before because I've been used to all these where you have an image and you cut it. I haven't seen you use painted or even things that move. Is this something that
the hinges is brand new? Mm-hmm. Like it's been in my head for over a year, but this is what I'm saying. My favorite is what's in my head that I'm trying to work on. But the execution started last week.
You did it in a week.
Wait, no. How long between in your head and then?
It varies. So there's a puzzle that's in my head that I developed the idea for at the last Parley that I still haven't made.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
do you have multiple favorites in your head right now?
So I've got that one's in my head. I've got another idea. So this kind of the hinges, And the puzzle, the Alice in Wonderland puzzle that I have over there for Best in Show, with the hinges and the spinning section, they're related to pop-up books. And y'all both have children.
Yeah.
You remember the pop-up books and
Oh,
how
yes.
fun they were, and the spot lift the flap books, you know,
Well, and then there's the tactile ones too.
Right.
Yeah.
like the Pat the Bunny, you know. And so I'm wanting to pull more of that into puzzles and kind of push what a puzzle can be in terms of three-dimensionality, movement, interaction. So that pop-up book kind of idea, and really, and even like birthday cards that you might get that might have a movable section.
Oh yeah.
That whole idea is what's going on in my head now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So my Pinterest has nothing to do with puzzles right now. My Pinterest is all about like movable parts and cards, you know. So just as I'm trying to feed the ideas and then see what percolates out.
Oh, that's very exciting. I look forward to seeing more of that.
Yeah,
we'll
me
see.
too.
Who are your favorite puzzle makers that you're inspired by, or anything?
So I've got two, one who doesn't cut anymore and one who doesn't cut very much. So John Stokes is a fabulous cutter, a great deal of control with his double spirals. Just really, really good cutter. He would do image-based puzzles as well as some painted puzzles. And then Tom Spencer he's a fabulous person, just
Yes.
really nice. He is never unwilling to try something, experiment with paints and shapes and textures. And I have a poster in my studio that says paint is only wasted when it stays in the tube. And Tom is willing to waste wood and paint to try something. And that is really important for people to remember. So yeah.
Isn't he the one who cut the acrylic starfish as well?
Yes.
Yes,
The
the,
tra-
the
that was-
traveling acrylic starfish.
That was a gorgeous puzzle to handle.
I would not want to do that puzzle. No.
It took a while, but
I
yeah,
had a lot of fun with it. It was well designed.
but that definitely fits in with him experimenting with
Yes.
all sorts of things.
And being willing to share everything that he's learned about cutting acrylic with everyone else.
Oh,
You know,
that's nice.
that's one of the things about the puzzle community is how willing people are to share. You know,
As a beginner, I've definitely felt that everybody's like so willing to answer my questions and what do you need? Tell me more about what you're doing so I can help you.
right. And it's about, you know, I'm sure people are offering help for how to do a YouTube channel, you know, and how to cut a puzzle. And how do you offer help, both of you, for how to do speed puzzles.
Yeah,
We try to do that.
yes, we try.
And so, so we have that cutters chat once a month.
I love the chat. Thank you
so-
for putting that together.
Well, you know, Janelle started it with the puzzle exchange, and then we enjoyed it so much, we're like, well, let's just kind of keep doing this. So we do that. We've started puzzle jams so people can get together more. It's just, yeah, helping each other out.
Do you have any interesting thing that you're working on coming up that you'd like to share about? No pressure.
No, I'm trying to. Well, we talked about the ideas
Yeah.
that are in the back of my head. So those percolate for either a short time or a very long time, depending on my orders and what else I have to do, and also just if it hits me and I've got to make that now, then it happens, or it just sits there for a while. And you know, if an idea sits in the back of my head for long enough and I don't feel compelled to make it, then it wasn't a very good idea.
Oh,
So,
That's a
you
good
know,
litmus test.
yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if the kids feel bad, I'm like, okay, if you still feel bad in the morning, let me know.
I do
Then
use
we'll
that.
talk about
that.
Like, tell me whether the pain's getting better or worse.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Terry, so much for chatting with us and answering all our questions.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
It's such a pleasure to talk to you. I was so inspired by looking at your puzzles last year and seeing the delicacy of your cuts.
I
They're
love
Right.
little tiny pieces.
They're gorgeous.
I love Mughal miniatures, you know?
It comes
And-
through. As a small person, I like tiny things too.
Yes.
I mean, this new one is gorgeous.
The new one is stunning in a different way.
Yeah.
But I remember the Best in Show entry you had last year.
Yes,
Those-
the Maypop.
and the
you win?
fine tendrils.
Yes.
It was well deserved. I voted for you.
I think I also voted for you.
For me, it's hands down because I love you brought out the beauty of the lines and
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and so a lot of my images are copyright-free images, but when I work with artists, I tend to work with liberal women.
It's wonderful.
So that artist lives in the Maldives,
Okay.
Oh.
and she loves doing, local flora and fauna, but primarily, plants. And that one was fabulous because the Maypop connects to my growing up and my mother's growing up because we have them in the South as
Oh.
well. So
I have them in my house too, so now they're part of my life.
yeah, so it's kind of like this international connection about plants.
That's
So
cool.
that was kind of cool. But yeah.
And yes, I'm sorry we interrupted.
Yeah,
you
we
all,
just
but
talk more.
I can't stop. Okay,
Talk as
thank you
much as
so
you want.
much.
No problem. Thank you.
I said thank you for coming on our show. We have a little gift for you.
Oh, cool. So I brought a teacup with me, my Yeti, so that I can make my tea, but this one will be even better.
Oh, this is best for home. Yeti keeps the temperature very
Hey,
well.
no,
It's sensitive.
well, yesterday somebody came up to the room and we all had tea, so now I have.
Oh, I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, thank you. That's really cute.
Yes, thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
No problem. Thank you.